В игре все решает счет. Разгромный счет. Неожиданный счет. Предсказуемый счет. Какой бы ни был счет, букмекер онлайн заплатит. Без вариантов.
Need for Amanda Pearce, Alicia and Simon to tell you. One look at this team sheet will tell you Britain's always had talent. 15 of the combined squads today eligible for England, Scotland. Or
you only have to look at the reception that the fans are giving to you know, John Terry and Carrick. You know, you see how much it means to the fans. So those
23 years, 963 appearances. Looking for Wes Brown, who was rising high. Park. Neatly into Carrick, who finds Rooney perfectly. We've said that before. On to Giggs. Giggs across and safely into the arms of the final of the Champions League since Chelsea won it in 2012.
Sort of thing, Sam, that I don't think you'll see, you know, any club dominating.
Oh, here's Evra dominating the All-Stars defence. Was he clipped? Well, he thinks he should be having a penalty
for the past season.
Look at the way Paul Scholes just controls and manipulates the football. And he's found Rooney here. It's Rooney over the top of Shea Given. And it lands agonisingly on the roof of the net. That would have been a...
Yeah, just look at the way he picks up the ball. Rooney's on his shoulder. He knows Paul Scholes got the vision. He's nowhere near offside. And what a weight of pass. Just unlucky for Rooney there. Just doesn't get the right weight on the lob. But, you know, when you've got somebody like Paul Scholes behind you, you feel like you can run anywhere. He's just got that radar and...
Football, yeah, can be a little bit divisive at times, can't it? But it's not real divides, it's just very little ones. There's a lot more that unites us. Here's Keane from Abidal's pass, and then Mendieta, and it's 1-0 to the All-Stars. And it was a really well-worked goal. And Mendieta's finish was superb. And
yes, Seedorf, he's been controlling the game for them. His lovely spray out there. Abidal playing really advanced, and just skips by Wes Brown, manages to cut it back, sees Robbie Keane. Robbie Keane actually falls over it, but has the awareness to see Mendieta, and Mendieta just side foots it well into the net. Good finish from Mendieta.
It was a good ball in for Robbie Keane. Didn't control it perfectly first time, but he had the presence of mind to find like a Mendieta. Vidic was later than the number 79 bus there.
So Robbie Keane had a little wince as he...
Scholes, perfect awareness and a pinpoint ball to Everett. Rooney peeling away. And here is Rooney. Just glancing it wide in the end.
It's on his header.
Both fullbacks getting incredibly high up the pitch. Wes Brown has spent most of the first half. None of it. He won't. Giggs in towards Vidic, and the header is a strong one. Beyond Shea Given, it's a leveller for Manchester United. Giggs' corner.
Yeah, just Giggs again, same delivery. Vidic knows exactly what to do, and the way he attacks the ball, he just, you know, it's routine for him, but it's something that centre halves don't do so much anymore. In the way that he's done it there, just attacks the ball. Keeper doesn't stand a chance. Typical Nemanja Vidic.
8 years with Manchester United, and always a willing servant, never afraid to... Ferguson's class of 2008. Everett pressurising Salgado again, who's getting increasingly grumpy. Here's Rooney, trying to make him even more...
The ball up, try and give the keeper the eyes, set up as if he's going to go in the far corner and just reverse it into the near corner. But that...
Peckers.
You just say, stop it. That's it, just stop it.
He's in the mood to put on a show today, you can see that. Here's Carrick, he will be too. It's Michael Carrick!
The way he's gone for the top corner, the way Cantona did against Sunderland years back, and not a million man.
And the next year he was in the first team. Here's Scholes, hitting one. And in the end it...
Yeah, good play there. Good awareness from Fletcher, actually. He saw it was Scholes and thought, lay it off to him, and just got underneath the ball a little.
Capdevila faced United 6 times in the Champions League, 60 caps for Spain. Johnson was in space, Seedorf didn't use him. Maybe didn't need to, has used him now, and it's a good save from Edwin van der Sar. They mainly came from clubs in the Premier League. Ronaldo had 8 that year, Messi 6, then Torres, who was at Liverpool at the time, Drogba at Chelsea, Gerrard at Liverpool, and Ryan Babel, who was at Liverpool. Count. It was a year of English dominance. So many teams going through to the latter stages of the competition. Neville. Senna winding one up, and Edwin van der Sar still showing that he's got the reflexes to deal with that shot.
I think he just got excited there with the lollipops from Phil Neville. When it came to him, he thought, I'm going to have a goal. What a strike. The ball's moving, just not enough in the corner. And then Van der Sar got a good hand to it. Very good strike for him.
Well, he whipped across that ball and it swerved and dipped. Zaha is peeling away. Just took his time a little bit, as is his want. Found Evra in the end. Giggs waiting in the centre. Gary Neville.
Unbelievable technique. Oh, it's you know, I think his name went up in lights in his head there. You see, he's come down at his pace on the right hand side. He's shouting for the ball. Evra's seen him. And he's just thought, right, I'm going to put this in the top corner, but he didn't say which top corner.
Brothers warming up to come on in the second half. Berbatov waiting for a cross from Gary Neville. Here's Park. Here's Berbatov. Steered narrowly wide.
For the first time I think I've ever seen him miscontrolling. He's a player, his control's fantastic, but no.
I had to give him I had a bit of a go at half time because he gave the ball away once. He gave the ball away once in the first half. He's got to come off now, Clarence. He's got to go. He's got a plane to catch. So I better make a substitution.
We'll let you get back to it. Thank you. The Cup final for Everton against Chelsea in 2009. Robbie Keane has escaped the attentions of Silvestre here. Edwin van der Sar has come out. There's space here for Johnson, but Silvestre has reacted in the...
First, Richie Garcia just gets his head up there. You've got Michael Silvestre initially claiming for offside, but great run from Robbie Keane. He's looking for a bit of support, and Michael Silvestre in that time's managed to get...
But he has certainly been the star of the show so far. Certainly the one apart from Michael Carrick that everyone's talking about. Guy made his debut for Ajax in 1994. Here's Robbie Keane, just hesitating, still managing to flick it over Edwin van der Sar, and it's a very good goal. Excellent finish. He had
a tiny bit of play starting with Capdevila there. John Terry, good Johnson, and Capdevila's ball. Just seeing him, Robbie Keane playing off the shoulder, and you know, Van der Sar's made the goal look small, but Robbie Keane's just said, you know what, I'll put it over you. Nice little finish there.
I just wonder whether Gary Neville will be a little bit disappointed that Robbie Keane ran off him. The ball went over his head.
He's been looking to do that a few times.
Of course, we're looking at the old-school Manchester United players, but off the field, some of the new... They've had a good understanding, Berbatov and Zaha. Here comes Johnson. Capdevila, oh, lovely little dance. Here's Keane. Johnson trying to hold off Rooney, still pinballing Keane.
Himself in the second half, Robbie Keane, but good move there. Good Johnson. Capdevila just evades the challenge from Silvestre, cuts it back. Robbie Keane lays it back there to Good Johnson again. Good body from Rudy. Ball forward.
A great guy, but someone who played the game minimal fuss. But he had great effect. You saw the trophy.
Important ones as well. I can remember, you know, against Liverpool and so on, scored some good, important goals for United.
Here's Good Johnson, and how he's not managed to either score or find Robbie Keane up there.
Yeah, good bit of play there initially. Sold the dummy to Silvestre, came inside. At that moment, you're thinking, just hit it. Takes the extra touch.
Giggs onto Berbatov. Rooney in a bit of space. Here's Rooney. Zaha wants it. It's Luis Zaha. How has he not got the equaliser?
A lovely ball in from Giggs. Nice first and second touch from Berbatov. Sees Rooney. Nutmegs the pass, and you think he's going to score. Just bobbles up, just pops up there, and as you see here, he pops up and he doesn't manage to get over the ball. And
Giggs. Now it's Evra. Rooney. And Michael Carrick. the perfect end. You couldn't write it.
Yeah, what a moment. Nice bit of feet from Evra. Rooney sees his Carrick, sets it up nicely, but he doesn't try and hit it too hard. He's trusts his technique, and beautiful strike. You call it a daisy cutter. In off the post, and what a moment. Exactly what the game needed. Fantastic, Michael Carrick.
Excellent finish. And a smile as wide as man. Gary Neville. On to Rooney. And Rooney goes down asking for a penalty.
Substitution for Manchester United 2008-11, replacing number 16, Michael Carrick.
Fascinating. In the build-up to the game, he was saying that his kids used to be almost give him light relief when he came home from football, take the pressure off a bit, but in recent years they've been his harshest critics. Not today.
Well, Robbins tried a little cheeky finish again, but yeah, I don't think he wanted to spoil the party.